Uh, it was in 2017 when I joined the current office I'm working with, and there was a colleague, I'd rather call him colleague in my office. They are kind of support staff, and he one day he showed me that we like to see some magic, and he takes the handkerchief, ties a knot into it, and then again a tight knot. And he says, "How much time do you think it would take to unknot this?" I said, "Maybe a minute or so." And he just did like this, and the knot is nowhere to be found. This simple experience had me pushed into in such a state that again aroused in me a sense of wonder which was already there around 2 decades ago. And in 2018 I was searching for the books on magic, and I ordered two books. It was Ultimate Compendium on Magic by Nicholas Einhorn, and then another was The Complete Course in Magic by Mark Wilson. In the starting, the Mark Wilson course is such a complete course in itself that it touches all the genres of magic: stage magic, close-up magic, coin magic, billiards, cups and balls. All of the magic, if done in a proper manner, it can excel you, and you can be truly said to be a magician. But it's more about not just learning magic, but apart from it, take into consideration other aspects of magic that make it look like more real and has a more impact on the audience. On the interface or the preface chapter of that book by the Mark Wilson, in all the things when he describes about the benefits of magic, he says there is one disadvantage in itself for the magician who is learning the magic, and it is your sense of wonder and amazement will be lost forever, because most of the things you will be already knowing. And this is true. And when you see the magic for the first time on TV, or when someone performs for you, you are like gasping at the moment it is on the climax, when something disappears or changes forms. That amazement is cannot be sustained all the time while you're progressing through your magic, like you have practiced a trick 100 times. You just cannot be that much amazed, because the very moment you learn the secret behind it, which sometimes is very simple, it's lost. It cannot be said to be manipulated or you're trying to be boring. No, it's not the case. It just happens naturally. And while this continuous rehearsals may improve a bit, you do not know one thing, that this normality with the magic that you are doing, maybe it's a great deal, maybe you're disappearing an aeroplane, or changing the color of a bird, or changing from a ball to something else, some geometrical shape. You have been used to it, to convert it or transform it into another form so often that it isn't a big deal for you, and it hits you bad, and it hits you in a form that you grow apathetic to your magic. And believe it or not, many times the person you're showing your magic to generates that reaction right from you. You have to show him, or maybe express in your emotion and feelings, that what is happening is a big deal, and that should first come from you. You should believe in your magic first, and try to be amazed at what is happening. And sometimes you may pretend that in fact you are getting fooled from it, or maybe you're trying to do something and you end up doing something. Now there's a problem, a conflict, and using your magic, that's what makes you stand apart from the crowd, because you're a magician and you're stuck in the same problem. If another person would have been, and you have got the solutions in your way, in magical way, to mend up the things and bring it to normal according to your desires, and you are amazed and excited and content. The benefit of this kind of presentation is the audience know what to expect, how much to expect, should they be amazed at it, because by looking at your reaction, they sometimes start giving their reaction, the ah, ooh, the gasping moments. And the Tommy Wonder says that just making the face is not enough. Like, no. Apart from that, at each and every moment when there is something happening, some magic, you should say something from your mouth, like ooh, ah, fall, ah. So these kind of things may look stupid when you're rehearsing, but it makes a great deal of change and impact while performing in the audience. And just try to look not just the person who is in command, maybe indirectly, but not in a direction or impression that you're trying to belittle them. No, this challenge is due to you, it is never going to work. What you can do is just show them what to expect and how much to get amazed. If you can just push them into that magical boundary and let them experience that moment, they'll be thankful to you, they'll talk about you, and you should have a theme and a consistency in your performance. That's what is going to stick to their mind, and they shouldn't end up saying that you did all of the things and they were distracted. You should have the ability to grip their attention, and that is only possible when you yourself believe in your magic. It shouldn't happen like you can see the strings behind the stage and it looks as if you know all the things. It's not a big deal for you. And if it's not a big deal for you, it's not a big deal for them. The magic starts from you. And in fact, using this philosophy, I was practicing the magic today, and at each and every moment I was looking from the perspective of the audience and not me. And when I did that, I felt much cheerful, excited, and much more involved in my magic that seemed all real. So that's all from my side today. There you go.